Hello everybody, welcome back. SOE Lysander by Historic Wings, designed by Thomas Van Hare. We are on the 12th of July, trying to see if we can get our special mission underway today, or tonight. We have a special mission to Pimento. It's not do or die, but we still have to do it first, which means we have 3 missions to do, and we are down to, I think, basically 5 good days, 6 good days plus a week. We got a week to do that. So it looks good right now, but some of them are pretty hefty. The Pimento is 9.2 TCs. Ventriloquist is 8.2. So the only easy one we have is Parson at 5.4, and at 5.4, that's a good possibility that the channel is going to be a challenge on that because there's not a whole lot of channel cards, and they're all channel cards except for the landing strip. So that being said, let's get our SOP out here and see how we do on getting this mission underway here. Underway, out of the way, underway. So we're going to roll for weather. We know the mission. We got to do Pimento. On the weather, and we're in July, so we're down here. First weather roll is 43, which I think is a good roll. 43, cloud. Yep, that's a good roll. I'll take clouds any day of the week over some of the stuff I had been rolling. Second roll for the landing zone is a 51. That is good roll. We got a day here. That's clear. And the last roll back in landing, and I could care less about this one, is 16. And wind and rain. So we're going to hope that goes away by the time we get there. But I don't mind landing in that so much as I mind getting the mission over. And we got good weather for the mission. Plus, we've got all this spot right here to make up the difference on the way back. So nothing really challenging us too much on the way out. A lot challenging us on the way back if we get bad weather rolls. So we're going to do a say on, say off. And I think we still have to do that for special missions. We roll a 5, that's on, so we are good to go. Place Tang Mirror card on the left edge, and this is a 9-2 mission, so this is going to be a pretty hefty flying mission. We got to go up here. I keep forgetting to shuffle the decks back in. 3, 6, 3, 6, 7, 8. Oh boy. Yeah, and 9. That's going to be the landing zone there. I think 11, 12, 13 is the max. Wow, that's huge. Placing the weather effects chits out there. Let's see. The current weather is clouds. That goes up here on Tang Mirror. Landing zone weather is clear. And wind and rain when we get back. And we're hoping to avoid that. As you see, that's check for damage and everything there. Next, we go to place current weather effects and forecasts on applicable weather tracking chart, which I'd already done. I do that as I roll for the weather. Refer to clear circuit assignments chart for TC values. We have 9 and 2. That means 9 cards, including the landing. 2 of which will be channels. We're going to put 2 channels and then 6 France cards. That should complete us right there. Flip that over and let's see what kind of damage we're looking at here. I like the channel. That I can deal with. I don't know whether I really like that one or not. This I can deal with. I think we can go to small arms. I like that +3. This I don't like at all. So we're going to get rid of this. Oops, discard that and draw another France. That's our freebie. That's slightly better. This I can deal with. This I can deal with. This I don't like that one. We're going to end up spending some 6 cents just to get a couple different cards drawn and see if we can get better ones. So let's see. I don't like this first one. That's a lot of chance on that town too. Man, this is bad. I don't like this one because there's almost definitely the flak batteries are going to get us. So we're going to get rid of that with the first one. Mobile flak and small arms, or a night fighter at high. I'll keep that one. I don't really like it, but I'll keep it. This one here is doable. That one there, I think we can get by on that one. We can take a risk on it anyway. This one I can go high on, so we can get away from that one. This one here you can't go low on, so I'm going to get rid of that one and use up another 6 cents. And I don't want to be too cavalier about using these up neither, because now I've only got 3. That's a good one though. I think I can get by this right here. This one concerns me. I guess the worst one there is the small arms. And I can always try to deviate later. So let's go ahead and hold out. We're going to stay where we're at right there. Keep those 6 cents for later. All right, we're going to make up an operation name. Fill out our log. It's the 12th of July. Start at 21. I do this every time. 21 actually plus 60 is going to be 2200. MAB. Axel Mitchell. Operation. Let's go wedge. Second try a pimento here. Empty on the way out. And 3 passengers on the way back. All right, we got that filled out. Now we go to record selected mission circuit. We did that. Place corresponding pilot and packs. So we got to put our assignment out there now. We don't have anything to carry on the way out, but we got to put the guys here that we're picking up. Choose our fuel load. No damage, so we don't have to worry about that. How much fuel? We got 9 cards. That's 18. I'm going to go full fuel, 22. Don't like doing it, but I need to, especially I'm pretty sure I'm going to deviate a little bit. Place destination marker. Pimentos down here. Place your Lysander game counter. I probably won't use that, but we have this one up here. We're getting ready to go up here. I tend to just do that on the cards, and we're on low. Proceed to takeoff. Takeoff from Tangmere. Chart D. Apply weather effects at low altitude. We have 0. Night DRM -1. Fuel DRM -3. That's a -4. Packs DRM 0. Cargo DRM 0. Damage DRM 0. So we're at -4. I'm going to use 1 Moxie up just to make sure I take off or have the best chance of taking off okay without using up all my chits. That's going to take us to a -1. And we roll a 9, goes down to an 8. We have a successful takeoff with no damage. All right, so now we go to determine the weather effects for the next terrain card. First roll is a 5. That's going to move this one towards the landing zone into clouds. Second roll is a 4. That does not move, so it's going to be clouds for the first card. Optional reveal, don't need it. Select altitude, going to stay low. Fly move to the next TC. Go over here, mark off a fuel. Next up, icing check and weather effects damage. Don't have either to check. Pretty sure of that. I'm pretty sure clouds are not on the icing check, and we're low anyway, so yes. No night fighters following. No resolving threats. No decision to be made. Off course check. This is the big one. -1. -2 for the clouds. Night DRM. -1 is a -3. And we can re-roll on a pilotage. Boy, we got a 5 right away. That goes down to 2, hopelessly lost. I'm going to use a pilotage because I am going to be darned if I'm going to abort this one this early on. That gets us a 7, goes down to a 4, which is confirmed on course. End of the round. Go back up to the top and resolve weather for the next TC. First roll is a 3, that's not going to move. Second roll is a 2, that's not going to move. We're going to stay on cloud. Actually, I don't mind clouds, except it's a little harder to do our checks. Optional reveal, not needed. Select an altitude, going to stay at low. Move fly to the next TC. Use up a fuel. Icing check, damage check, none. No night fighters following. No threats to resolve. No decision to be made. Off course check, -1, -2, -3. We roll a 6, goes down to a 3. I'm going to go ahead and re-roll that one again. Hopefully we pilotage, undo that. Pilotage. 7 goes down to a 4. We barely made that one. All right. Now we start looking a little bit better, hopefully. We are on course. Determine weather effects for the next terrain card. First row is a 4. That's going to move 1 towards the landing zone, which puts us in clear. The next row is a 3, which does not move, so it's going to be clear weather for the village. I was kind of hoping to actually have cloud cover on this one, but that's all right. This is the one I think we're just going to go ahead and go low over, so we try to avoid all this. We do get a +1 on our roll. Optional reveal, none needed. This is the one where I've also, no, that's the one right there where I think I'm going to try to deviate. I select altitude, going to stay at low, move to the next TC, use up a fuel. Oops, undo that. I used a non-fuel one. No icing check, no damage check. Night fighter following, none. We do have to resolve threats. We're at low, so mobile flak, we got 5. We're adding the weather effects and the night DRM, so that's going to be a 5. We're going to add 1, 11, goes up to a 12. Minus, minus all of our, we just have the -2 for the fuel. That goes down to a 10, so we're fine on that one. Then small arms. We roll a 7, goes up to an 8, down to a 6. We're fine on small arms too. All right, so we're going to go on decision point none. Off course check. We're going to add 2. -1 for the night is a +1. We got a 7, goes to an 8. We're on course. Good deal. We didn't use any chits up. Go back up to the weather effects for the next chart. our next location. We roll a 4, which is going to move one more towards the landing zone, clear weather, and we roll a 2, which does not move, so that's clear weather. Optional reveal, select altitude. I'm going to stay at low. I'm not going to move. I'm going to choose to deviate. Oh boy, I hate doing that though, because we got all this mobile flak and everything here. 6575. That's a 6 and a 4. Ah boy. Decisions. I'm going to deviate, which means I can draw down a card, flip it. That's a lot better. If we can make it through this stuff right here, I got to do this once again. No icing damage, no night fighter following. We do have to resolve threats. We got a 6 for the first one. We got a 5. Ouch. That's going to be a D2. A 6 is 2 hits. I can use Moxie for one of them. And a Moxie one and then hit on another. I still got to roll 1 for 1 twice. Nope, we don't get any special hits. We did take 1 damage anyway. And then we got to also roll for small arms here. We passed the small arms roll, so we don't have them. So we've taken 1 damage now by some mobile flak. But I think in the end run, that's probably good. We only have 1 threat to resolve over here. We really don't even need to do that. Decision point, none to be made. Off course check, +2, -1 is a +1. We get a 10, goes up to 11. We're on course. We're going to determine weather effects for the next target because we are going to deviate into here. And you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to move a fuel segment. So we're going to go ahead then and check our weather for this card again because we deviated. And that's going to move 1 towards the landing zone, which is still clear. And then 5 is going to move it 1 more to the right, which is still clear. So we're going to have clear weather on that one too. I'm just going to leave that clear up there then. We're going to optional reveal, don't need it, selecting altitude. Why play games when we don't have to? We're going to go high. Move to the next TC. We're going to come over to here. Use up a fuel. Icing check. Clear. Don't check for it. Damage. No red box. No night fighter following. No threats to resolve because we went up to high. Decision point. No decision we made. Off course check. We got a +2. -1 is a +1. And we get a 10. Goes up to 11. That's fine. We're still on course. Back to determine weather effects for the next TC. Forest this time. First row is a 4. That's going to move 1 towards the landing zone, which moves us back here now to clear. And we roll a 2, which does not move, so that's going to be clear weather again. Good flying weather. Easy to get spotted though. Optional reveal. Nope, don't need it. Select altitude. Definitely don't want to stay high on this one. We're going to go low. Move to the next TC. I don't like doing this because there is a chance of a night fighter there, but we just can't keep deviating or we're going to run out of fuel. So we're going to take a chance on this. 5 goes down to when we re-roll a 6 goes up to a 7, and then -2 for our fuel still is a 5. 5. 6 goes up to a 7, -2 is a 5. Oh, good lord, we got the night fighter. Ah, boy, 2 more hits. We use a Moxie to take out one of them. And we don't roll once and nothing special. We do put a hit up there. Oh, I forgot the damage modifier too. We should add a -1 more on that, so we definitely got the Night Fighter. Um, I jumped ahead of myself there. Icing the Night Fighter following resolving threats. We did the threats. Decision point, none. Off course check, -1. Uh, plus -1, -2. 9 goes to 7. We're good on that. So we now go to weather effects for the next card. We roll a 3, doesn't move, and we roll a 4, doesn't move, so it's going to stay clear. That clear weather is actually a curse right now. Optional reveal, none needed. I'm going to go up to high on this one. Move to the next card. Use up a fuel. Icing, weather effects and damage check. We don't have to worry about that. Night Fighter following. Base of BF 110 there. And then attempt to evade rolling D16. For wild cell text use F3. Okay, we're reroll by expending a piloted shit. Reverse course gives you a +4. Corkscrew gives you a +2. Perform a corkscrew maneuver. Your pilot must roll off course check. If already off course, no change. If both the reverse course and the corkscrew, you are considered off course. We are close to the end. Apply fuel DRM -2, cargo DRM 0, damage DRM -2, -4. Well, reverse course takes us to 0. We're going to have to do both. It's the only way I can see to get out of this, or I stand a chance to get out of this very well. Reverse course and corkscrew. I don't think there is a corkscrew, is there? We will become lost because of that. So reverse course corkscrew, that's going to give us a +6 -4 is a +2. And that means we're going to be going too low into here. 7 plus the +2 is a 9, and that barely gets us evaded, so that is good. And I forgot to put a delete on these things. Nope, that didn't work. I got to put a delete on the plane counters. All right, so we have to fly to low on the next. And we are lost. So that means we draw a France card, draw a France card. Resolve threats. Well, we were high here. We have to fly to high on the next one, so we're still high here. No threats to resolve because we did go high, and then we've got to do a off course check because it doesn't matter. We're off course anyway. 3, 4, 5, 4. We're still good to go anyway. Yeah, we're still good to go anyway. But yeah, we did a corkscrew and a reverse course, so we're screwed. Reverse course, does that require me to do anything? Okay, we got to place it to the other side, so we're facing home. And I must fly 1 TC in the opposite direction before resuming your intended course. Okay, so that answers that question. Um, and actually, we don't know that card either because we did reverse course. All right, determine weather effects for that card. We've got to go back to that one. 4 is going to move it 1 towards the landing zone, which we're on, and 1 is going to move it back this way, which is clear. So we're going to stay on clear weather. Optional reveal. I can use the 6th sense to see what that card is. I am going to do that. Probably a good thing. I'm going to go low. I have to go low anyway. I didn't need to do that then. Well, too late. I already spent it. I have to go low because I did a corkscrew. I didn't need to do that. I wasted that moxie. I mean, 6th sense chip. I really ought to give myself that back then. It wouldn't have done any good. I'm going to. It wouldn't have done any good to use it. I have to go low. Select altitude. Fly move to the next TC. Now we reveal it, which we know what it is. Icing check, damage check. There is none to check. Night fighter following, none. Resolve threats at low. And I forgot to do my fuel again too. Uh, Threats at low, 3. We roll a 6. +1 for the night is 7. -2, -3 is a 4, so we're fine, barely. Decision point, none to be made. Off course check. Well, we're lost anyway, so we don't really need to worry about an off course check, do we? We're going to face back to our original direction, and then we're going to go to back up to the weather again for the next card, which is this one again. Roll a 1, which is 1 towards Tangmere. It's going to keep us in clear, and we roll a 5, which is going to move it 1 back, so we're going to be clear here. So clear weather again. Optional reveal, don't need to. We knew that one. We came out of it. Select altitude. We're going to come into there high. We're going to fly move to the next card. Icing, weather effects, none needed in clear, and there's no red box, no night fighter following. Threats, none because we went high. Decision point, none to be made there. Off course check, +2, -1 is a +1. And we roll an 8, we're safe. Well, it doesn't really matter anyway. We're lost. So I mean, once we get back here, we'll be fine. We know where we are, and we can go back to our original course. Um, Back to the weather effects. Weather effects for the next card. 3 does not move. 1 moves 1 back towards the left. That's going to still be clear. Optional reveal, I will use a sixth sense on this one. That's not a bad one. Select altitude, let's go low. Fly move, use another fuel. No icing or damage checks, no night fighter following, no threats to resolve. Decision point none, off course check, we're lost anyway, but 0, -1. A 10, we're fine. I don't even think we need to roll that because we are off course. Determine weather effects for the next TC. We've got, and I'm running out of fuel too. I've got to be careful. We don't have room to play around too much. I have just enough, so I can't afford to like orbit or anything like that anymore. Weather effects for the next TC, we roll a 3, which is nothing, not moving, and a 6, which is going to move us 1 to the right. So we're hovering in that clear for quite a while here. Optional reveal. I'm going to save that last couple of sixth senses. Just think I need them. I'm going to select my altitude and we're going to go medium just in case there's a hill there. Fly to the next TC. Now we find out exactly what we're looking at. Oh, nice. Nothing there. And we're using up another fuel. Icing checks, nothing. Not clear. No night fighters following. No threats to resolve. Decision point, none. Off course check. We're actually still kind of lost, so we +2, -1, 12. We know where we're at. I mean, we're not hopelessly lost or anything, so we're done with that. We go to weather effects for the final card. 3, nothing moving, and a 2 does not move, so we're going to stay at clear again. Optional reveal, don't need to. Select altitude, we'll go low. Fly move to the next TC. That's our 4th hour of flight. We are now down to 10 fuel, so we can barely get back on where we're at right now. Icing check, weather effects check, none. Night fighter following, none. Resolve threats, we do have small arms. We get a 5, 6 rather, goes up to a 7, -2 is a 5, -1 is a 4. We avoid the small arms. Decision point. We are at the landing zone, so we will go to SOPE. Locate the LZ. Table E1. This is going to be a little harder because we were off course. +1 DRM for each 6 cents, minus DRM 3 if off course. We have a -3. Weather effects is 0. Night DRM is 1. So we're at a -4 right now. I can use 2 6 senses to go to a -2. I think I'm going to do that. It's important we land and get this mission done, and we'll just have to deal with the rest as we go. So that gives us a -2. We roll a 5. -3 is impossible to find LZ. Return to Tangmere. Well, I gave it my best shot. Head home. All right. Well, we go back up to weather effects for the next TC. 6 is going to move it towards the landing zone, Tangmere. And a 4 is not going to move it, so that's still going to be clear. I had to double check that. And actually, I got to look at this if we're lost, because I think we can go back to our flight plan once we've reached. No, we never did find the landing zone. So we stay lost. I should have moved all them cards too. These two we did. I did not do cards for this one, this one, this one. France channel, channel. We got a long road home, guys. All right, weather effects is going to stay clear. We got clear there. Optional reveal, none needed. Select altitude. I'm going to stay low. Fly move to the next TC. Icing check, damage check, none. No night fighters following. No threats to resolve. No decision to be made. Off course doesn't matter. We got to roll because we know where we are right now on a return flight from when we came in here. So we could get lost again. Oops. A 9, that's going to keep us on course anyway, so we're all right now. Then we go back up to weather effects for the next TC. We roll a 2, doesn't progress, and a 4 doesn't progress, so it's going to stay clear. Optional reveal, we know that one because we flew over it once. Altitude, I'm going to stay low. Fly move to the next TC. Now it's going to start getting interesting because we don't know anything about where we're going. This is where we got lost. Icing check, damage check, none. Night fighter following, none. Resolve threats, none. No decision, off course check. Doesn't matter, we're already lost. 10, 11, we're fine anyway. So, determine weather effects for the next TC. We roll a 1, doesn't move. We roll a 4, doesn't move, stays clear. Optional reveal, we don't have any sixth sense. We can't do that. We're going to have to select altitude, and I better start being cautious and going up the medium. Fly move to the next TC. Goes up to 5 hours out. I'm going to flip this card over and move into medium. Good, it's a forest with nothing there. No icing or damage check. No night fighters following. No threats to resolve. No decision to be made. Off course, doesn't matter. We're lost already. Weather effects for the next TC. 4. Actually, I should roll that because we can lose our card behind us. 6 minus 1 minus 2 is 4. We're still good anyway. All right, 4 is going to move this 1 towards the destination to cloudy. I actually don't mind that so much. And then a 6 is going to move it right back to clear. So I kind of wish we would have had clouds still. Kind of help cover us a little bit. Optional reveal, can't do that. Select altitude, I'm going to stay at medium. Fly move to the next TC. Oh boy, night fighter over fields. Icing check, none. Night fighter following, none. Resolve threats, we have that 1. It is night, so we're going to add 1 to our dice roll. We get a 3, goes to a 4. We're getting a night fighter. And we get a 1. It's only 1 hit. And we do not roll for special damage, so it's just 1 hit. No decision to be made. Off course, we're already lost. Not going to worry about that. I guess we ought to just because we can come back. 7, that's going to be fine anyway. Determine weather effects for the next card. 4, that's going to move 1 towards the landing, back into clouds, and 4 is not going to move, so we're going to get cloudy, which will help screen us a little bit against night fighters and stuff. Optional reveal, we can't. Select altitude, I think I'll stay at medium. Fly move to the next TC. Good thing we're at medium. Icing check, damage check, none. Night fighter following, you got to check that. Evasion. Hmm. Fuel DRM, Pax DRM, Cargo DRM. We only have the -3 damage. That's our only modifier right now. -3. God, I need box cars to do this. I don't have any. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. That's going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's where we'd run out of fuel. We might be able to make it. I'm at 5 right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 running on fumes. I can make it to Tangmere if I reverse course. And yeah, but I can't really. Yeah, I can. I can go low there. That card is off course. So we're considered off course. We'll have to cover this card up again. I think I'd almost rather try that to get away from this guy, because if he can attack one more time, that could take me very well down the shot down. I guess I got no choice. We're going to go lost again, and deviate again. Not deviate, reverse course again. So that means we pull another card here because we're considered off course again. We add 6, and we got to go low into the next one. Add 6, -3 is adding 3. And we get a 9, 10, 11, 12. We successfully evaded, so that gets rid of him again. May have saved our bacon, but at what cost? All right. We evaded him. Resolve threats. None to resolve. Decision point none. Off course check. Well, we're all out of whack anyway. But 7. We're good. Weather effects for the next TC. We got to go back towards that one. 4. That's going to move 1 more towards Tangmere. It's going to put us in clouds again, and we roll a 1, which is going to move us down to heavy clouds. So now things are going to start getting interesting. And that's flying back this way. Optional reveal, we can't select altitude. I have to go low because of my corkscrew. we're going to go low into that one and use up another fuel. Move fly to the next TC. We did that. Just thinking. I got a lot going on here right now. Just thinking. Don't mind me. No icing check or damage check because we're low and there's no red box. No night fighters following. Resolving threats. We do have the night fighter at 3. We got a 3. Goes up to a 6 goes up to a 7. Goes down to a 4. So we're good. We avoid the night fighter. Now we can turn back towards home. I hope I'm doing this right because there's a lot going on right now and I'm losing track of things a little bit. Decision point, none to be made. Off course check. 8, we're fine on that. Back up to resolving the weather effects again for this card. 3 doesn't move. 5 moves 1 to the right, which is actually okay because that'll take us down to regular clouds. I can leave that cloud right there. Optional reveal, we can't select altitude, we'll go to medium. Fly move to the next TC. We are right down there at it. Look at that. That's getting hairy. No icing or damage checks from the weather. No night fighters following. No threats on that card. No decision to be made. Off course check. We're already lost, so I don't know why I bother, but I will. 11, we're fine because I can actually, if I get off course, I got to change this card in case I reverse course again. Determine weather effects for the next terrain card. 4 is going to move 1 towards Tangmere, which is heavy clouds. And a 5 is going to move us back 1 more to clouds, which is good. I don't mind that. I'd rather have clouds at this point. We don't know where we're at. We don't have chits, so we've got to just trust that card, which I don't like doing. So I'm going to select medium altitude, and we're going to fly to the next TC. We use up another fuel. 6 and almost 6.5 hours. We're really running down on fuel now. And we're going to flip that over to city, and we're at medium, and that looks pretty devastating to me. That looks pretty devastating to me. Oh boy. Well, icing check. None. Night fighter following, none. Resolve threats. We're adding 1, subtracting 3. Subtracting 2. So we're definitely going to get hit by the flak battery. I'm sure of that. Yes, that's a 6. So the flak battery is going to get us for 1 hit. We can only fly at low altitude now. And we roll a 1, which is a serious. Yeah, this one went to shit in a basket quick. Special damage. 6, fuel leak, double usage for the remainder of the flight as if to add insult to injury. Then we've got mobile flak. 7, goes up to 8, down to 4, so they're going to hit us. D2, 5, that's 2 more hits. And we are shot down. All right, so now I got to look up shot down because I've never been shot down before. Perform DRs on the tables indicated. Crash land, shot down, escape and evasion, etc. Proceed to table D11, bailing out. Roll for pilot only. That's the only one on the plane. 3. Light wound, leg injury. All right. And see D8, light wound, -1 DRM on E and E. D8 leg wound or light wound. Roll on that. That's going to be a D6. 3. No, it's a leg injury. We don't roll on that. We just look at it. Um, -1 and all takeout and landing ERs. So that's not a huge difference there. So bailing out, we got a leg injury, -1 on escape and evasion. We go to escape and evasion yet. +1 DRM by expending 6 cents. We used all them up. 2 +1, no. 2 POW with light wound. And there you have it. My illustrious career ends on July 12th as a POW behind enemy lines for quite a few years here. That went to hell in a basket right around here. And I wish I could have done a little bit better, but that happens. All right, everybody, this is SOE Lysander by Historic Wings, designed by Thomas Van Hare, and I appreciate you guys joining me. You all have a great night, and we will see you next time.